Hello, divas. Welcome back. This is episode 21, I think, and it will be a pajama party today. I am in my jammies still. That's just how it is these days for me. It's October, but it is still kind of hot. Like, I think it's in the 70s today, but I don't think it gets cold until maybe December, I want to say. But yeah, enough about the weather. We are not strangers anymore. I think at this point we are like sisters. If you would like to be, I'm not going to force you into being as such. You know what is so crazy? I was listening to like a true crime podcast. I was listening to one about like this girl getting murdered, and they told her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was like the leader of like this cult, but he wasn't even like a cult leader. He was like a cult leader in a cult of a cult. Like, it was really weird. But where was I going with that? Cult leader podcast. Oh my god, my goldfish brain really is not she is not working today. But anyways, I guess we'll come back to that if I remember. But I don't know why I mentioned that. Oh my god. Okay, I really had to watch back that clip to even like remember what my point was. I just don't want it to feel like I'm forcing you to be in a cult if you would like to be my sister. This is so stupid. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, it was, I think what did the host say? I think it's just like all cults become sex cults at some point. And that's so true, because you're being coerced to do unspeakable things for hedonistic pleasures of the other person. And speaking of hedonistic pleasures, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and I just think it is fascinating how there are people out there just living their lives without thinking about the consequences of how their actions affect other people, and how people would just do anything for like the happiness of themselves. And well, that philosophy is great because, well, we only live one life, and we should definitely live our lives to how we'd like it to be. I think if it is spun the wrong way, it could definitely harm others. And I've been thinking about how I have this friend who, honestly, I've been like so on and off with her, but I think one of the reasons, which I don't want to make excuses for her, but I just feel like this is just how she is, and that's just how it is. But I was just thinking about like all the times that she has hurt me, and all the times that I have brought up to her that what she does hurts me, but then she'll basically gaslight me into saying that like, oh, like I didn't mean for it to be that way, like I'm sorry that you perceived it that way. Instead of just like outright apologizing, she just apologizes for how I feel. And I feel like when people say that, that's kind of a red flag, and that's just kind of a sign that, they don't want to really take responsibility for how they made you feel. And I feel like if you have been friends with someone for so long, then like you would kind of want to make sure that the person that you care for is not feeling that way, or shouldn't have to, like, just reassure them that things are not what they seem to be. But I think there is just like a fine line between like accountability and just straight up being like an asshole. But like, I think going back to it, I think just because this person has lived their lives basically unscathed, it's really hard for them to really see when they're hurting other people in the process, or if they're just living selfishly just for themselves. And there are just so many counter arguments that you can say for this, and I feel like it's really annoying when I have to like speak around in circles, like it's not always this case, it's not always that case. But I just think that because she's lived just however she's wanted, her philosophy is ask for forgiveness later or something like that. Yeah, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. And I think she really lives with that philosophy, banking on the fact that she will be forgiven. And I think that's the thing that bothers me the most about our friendship. It's that because she banks on that, I feel like there's no real accountability. Like, I'm not sure if I'm making any sense, but I do realize that she does live her life very hedonistically, and while that's great, I just feel like she definitely lacks the accountability for when she hurts other people, or like when she doesn't really consider other people's feelings, because I can tell that she tries sometimes, but it's getting to the point where it's just like, honestly, you're an asshole and I really don't want to have anything to do with you. And I feel like for being friends with someone for so long, you would know like how sensitive I am to stuff, and just like you would just be more considerate about feelings. And I think it's been so long that, you know, you should know, but I think the fact that they outwardly or outrightly ignore that, I think it's time to call it quits. And yeah, I'm definitely like, I'm already detaching, very much so, in my head. And if I never see this person again, that's totally fine. But yeah, I just found like the most perfect word for how she is, and I think it really just struck a chord with me that, you know, you can live your life. Just I don't want to hear about it. Like, I'm going to be proud of you for whatever you accomplish. I just don't want to be part of your story anymore. And she's also one of those friends that, like, I feel like booking like a doctor's appointment with her. Like, I see her like every 3 to 6 months. And even then, just trying to get with her is like pulling teeth, because she's not very responsive to text. She's very just slow to responding, and I would think that if you were to want to link up, you'd want to be more excited about it. And you know, I get it, some people are just not on their phone all the time, but I know for a fact that she is on her phone all the time, and it's just the fact that she just doesn't want to respond to me, or she forgets, but it's just like, it's one of those things that you just make time for. And if you just can't make time for me, then that's okay. I'm not a priority. Let me go. Like, we don't have to continue this charade. But yeah, it's sorry to start this episode on such a strange note, but going back to hedonism, I think I should definitely take some notes, just a little bit of notes for that, because I feel like a lot of my life that I'm living for is not truly for myself. It's just truly to appease other people in my life so that they don't get mad at me. And I'm really trying to leap out of that, you know, a little bit, but it's really hard when you're conditioned a certain way and you just have expectations of you. Girl, I'm a grown age. I feel like I shouldn't be like this anymore. But then I also resent the fact that I was young, very young, to also do that as well. So it's just like, I should have done it when I was younger, or I should start now. So it's kind of like, I'm just trying to find where to jump off of and go from there, I guess. But yes, hedonism, that is the word of the week. And to summarize it, it's basically just indulging in self-pleasure to the greatest degree. And that is a life I'm striving towards. But yeah. Oh no, I feel like my camera's dead. I am tired of these technical difficulties. Like, this is so annoying. Hold up. Oh my god, I really wasn't recording this whole time. Like, fucking piss off. Fucking annoying as shit. Okay, well, I don't know what to So let's talk about the election, shall we? I hate election years. Like, they're so annoying, because I would get just these random ass text messages from both parties about why a candidate should or should not be president. Kamala Harris has terrible plans for the future. Trump has great plans for the future. And I'm just like, leave me alone. And like, I don't know if my number got leaked somewhere, because these text messages are addressing like my aunts, uncles, mom, and dad who live in the South. And clearly, because it's in the South, I'm getting text messages endorsing Trump. And then like personally, I have texts endorsing Kamala. And so I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, it truly is just spamming my phone all day long. And you know what? I'm just gonna have to start getting excited for it. Like, let's spin this narrative, because my phone is so dry. It is bone dry. Like, no one wants to talk to me. Everyone hates me. So, you know, I think the fact that these robots or even volunteers texting me, trying to sway my opinion, at least they care about my opinion and want to sway it so bad. So, you know what? I'm going to spin this around right now. I have fans. I have people who care about what I care about. So, yeah, these text messages that come in on the hour, by the hour, every hour, you know, they're my friends now. What a psychotic way to spin that. But yes, I love and hate election year. It's just stressful for no reason. And like, all these measures and proposals that are coming out, they seem kind of scary, and I definitely have to do my research and just like look into it and just really know what I am voting for or against, because a lot of these propositions are kind of concerning. I don't know. I can't even think of one right now, but I just saw one that's basically kind of okaying slavery, modern day slavery. So yeah, I got betrayed by a friend of mine, and I can't believe she was gonna hide this from me. So let me tell you the backstory. So my friend is unemployed. So I'm not saying she's broke, but I'm just saying that money is not coming in as smoothly as it did when you were employed. So, you know, you gotta save your dough. And so, you know, I think a week and a half ago, I texted our group chat. I was like, hey guys, like, who wants to go get pedicures with me? Like, let's go have some girly time, right? But she responded back, and she was like, oh, sorry girl, like, you know, like, money's tight. Like, I really can't be, you know, going out spending money recklessly. Like, I just can't do pedicures. But if you want to like do an at-home session, like, we so can do that. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that at home. Like, I would rather go to a nail salon and talk shit. My friend wasn't even going to tell me, but my other friend exposed her. And it turns out she went to a really fancy nail salon that served mimosas and got a pedicure there. Didn't even hit me up, didn't even want to tell me. She had no plans of telling me. And the crazy thing was, she was like, I felt so bad because I know you wanted to get a pedicure too, but, you know, I just felt so bad. I'm like, yeah, you felt bad, but you weren't even going to tell me. So people out here they are shifty, they're shysty, and I've never felt such great betrayal before. And I think this is just the cherry on top that will make me reconsider our friendship. I am so hurt, honestly, and I don't think our friendship will ever recover from this, unfortunately. So Alyssa, if you're watching this, we're no longer friends. Don't talk to me, don't call me, block my number. Just kidding. But you will be paying for our next pedicure. I don't care if you're unemployed, bitch. You fucking lied to me. Anyways, Liam Payne died. That's kind of crazy. Like, you know, the way I found it from my twink cousin's Instagram page that he reposted from the Daily Mail, like, I just felt the sources of information just felt so unreliable that I just didn't believe it. And so I just Googled Liam Payne on Google, and the first thing I saw was like a tweet from Zed saying like, I'm heartbroken with the heartbreak emoji. And I'm like, this isn't real. I feel like I'm in a simulation again. Like, I feel like I'm being tricked, I'm being played. But turns out it was true. And the creepy part was that after that, I got a bunch of TikToks from his girlfriend, like of them planning the trip, going on the trip, just them doing like their little TikTok dances. I just thought it was so like foreshadowy, and I don't know. I think it's crazy seeing the moments up until their death. I think that's a little scary. And then I didn't even look into this, but I just saw like he had like drug paraphernalia and like a busted screen, and like I don't know what happened, but he fell from a balcony. I saw a comment that said he died the same way Sophie died. So basically how Sophie died was like she was looking at the moon on a ledge, fell over. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I feel so shitty for saying this, but I feel like the only thing I can think about when I found out that he died was, how am I gonna listen to Strip That Down again in an ironic way? Like, that song is just, if I need a good laugh, I play that song and I think of that performance he put up, because it was so bad and it's so funny. And if I need a giggle, I'll just look it up on TikTok. So how am I supposed to listen to that now? I really hope it wasn't like suicide, although I feel like things are pointing that way. And you know, I knew someone who was a big directioner, and I automatically thought of her. I'm like, how is she doing? I hope she's okay. I've never met such a big One Direction fan. I had my phase, of course, but my likeness to them is nowhere near her love for them. And you know, it could just be any of the members, but I just feel like they played an integral part of her growing up. So I hope she's doing okay. And you know, sometimes the parasocial relationships that we form with boy bands or just any figure in our teenage years, those are the ones that leave the biggest impact. So rest in peace, girl. Speaking of death, if I were to die unexpectedly, I have a couple things on my agenda. I think the first thing is I need someone to go through my stash and just throw away my dildos and vibrators, and just, I don't need people to know that I partake in such sinful activities. I don't need people to know that I experience pleasure. You know, like, I just don't want to be perceived that way. Is that crazy? Is that Catholic guilt? I don't know, but I need that wiped away from evidence, first and foremost. Second, I need a panel of 6, preferably English majors, maybe professors, and I need them to go through all my journals and just see if it's good material for a book. You know, like, I don't think I'm gonna die famous or well known, but you know, people come up with stories every day, and if this is a good work of fiction or whatever, whoever can make it a great story, they have all reins to do that with my content. Yes, and you can have it for free. I don't need residuals. I'm already dead, bitch. So yeah, I need like a panel of really good 6 English majors and or professors, and just look through that shit. And if it ends up being deemed that it's trash, I would like you to throw a bonfire and just burn that shit. But yeah, if it's great, publish it. If it's not, burn it. Either way, I need that done. And I need someone to call Joe Pera. I want him to give my eulogy. I feel like his cadence and just his very comforting grandpa ways will comfort my loved ones in such times of distress. And I think I think it will be a good eulogy. If he wants, he can perform a stand-up too, you know, free reign, but I would love for him to give my eulogy. I need that to happen. He's always on tour, so he can definitely stop by California when that happens. I think he would enjoy it. He needs a little bit of sun. I haven't thought the details of food yet, but for drinks, I want Aperol Spritz served. I want espresso martini served. And I want bottles of Hennessy Privilege. I would like DJ Mandy to be DJing my funeral. I kind of want like my send-off to be like a rave, but not in like the gross millennium way. I'd like it to be like a brat way. Speaking of brat, I will be going to the Sweat Tour this Sunday, and I'm so excited. I'm going with the straightest people ever. Oh, well, that gay one was also kind of straight. I'm going with the straightest people on earth, so this will be fun. You know, I've thought about it. How do you obtain poppers? Are they illegal, or like, is that just something you can just get at the gas station? I think these things should be left at Google and not broadcasted, but you know, a girl can't help but be curious. So yeah. Also, why would I need poppers? I'm not going crazy that night. I think those are my main criteria for if I were to die unexpectedly. And yeah, that's all I got for now. If I have any other ideas, I'll let you know. But also, I would like a Soulja Boy dance off / white chicks dance off, you know, like I want to see from my afterlife, I want to see who can crank that Soulja Boy real fast, like who can do that the best. And considering everyone in my family is left-footed and my friends can only do K-pop dance covers, I think it'll be a funny thing to see. I think God would love to enjoy that, and we'll both be laughing. And everyone needs a little bit of laugh during these times. So yes. And also I would like, you know how in White Chicks where they had like the break dance off at the club, I'd like that to happen. Because again, the people involved, you know, it's gonna be a time, and I would like to see that. Those are my last wishes and requests. And also for my possessions, I guess we can have an estate sale. I think I have some pretty nice stuff, and I don't think my sister wants to take care of all that. So yeah, we'll have an estate sale, and it'll be fun. And all the proceeds will go to... It will go somewhere. I have yet to decide. I also need someone to download and archive my podcast and old YouTube videos. I think when my book comes out and a documentary that comes with it, I think that'll be great content to throw in as a B-roll. So yeah, my untimely death will make me a celebrity. You know how they're like, you get more famous after your death? But it's like, what did I do before my death? Like, I wasn't like an artist, or like, you know, like, I guess you could call this artistry in a way, you know, just talking. But, you know, like Van Gogh got really famous after he died. What about me? What about my legacy? But yeah, I'm just talking all kinds of crazy now. But also, you gotta prepare for things like this sometimes. So I have been posting on my TikTok, and I made a video that I guess got some traction. It was basically about me being upset that World Market rejected my application because I wanted a second job, and I applied, and they're just like, they emailed me back and were like, we're just not going to move forward with your application. And honestly, they didn't give me a reason why, but I just, you know, I did my little vent. I'm like, oh, like if World Market doesn't want me, who would hire me? I thought that was kind of like an easy in. And all the comments did not pass the vibe check. And on top of that, I am not a free therapist. People are just weird on the internet. Like, would you say this to me out loud if you saw me? Like, the balls people have behind a screen. I totally get why certain YouTubers get upset about hate comments, because it's just like, you're really bold for saying that to someone you don't even know. But a lot of the comments were like, well, at least you have one job. They're like, I have 2 jobs. My car doesn't work. My husband doesn't work. And I can't drive my car because it's broken. Like, you should be so grateful you have it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You got 2 jobs and you're complaining too. Like, okay. And then she's complaining how like they have no food and like their kids like have all these expenses, and I'm just like, what does it have to do with me? But like a lot of these comments were just so boo-hoo, woe is me. And I get it, you're trying to make me see the better side of my situation, and I totally understand that, but a girl can't just vent on the internet. And then like some of the comments were like, well, at least you have a job. And I'm like, okay, Brokiana, what the hell? But no, the comment about the lady with her husband and her car just really irked me, because I'm just like, you are probably 37 years old, venting to me about your situation like I'm your fucking therapist. While I do have a background in psychology, I am not the person you should be telling this to. So no, get the fuck off my page. And you know, some comments were positive. They're like, oh yeah, like maybe it was your availability, or like, you know, maybe it's seasonal, so you probably just missed the capacity or whatever. Like, you know, just trying to spin it so I don't feel bad. But honestly, I feel like every time I post a TikTok, people just have some weird shit to say, and it makes me feel like I don't want to post videos anymore because I don't like the criticism. And, you know, I think that's definitely a part of the internet, like creating content and stuff that I don't want to see, because I'm such a sensitive person, and just being on the internet like that just freaks me out, especially on TikTok, where it's basically a lawless land. Like, at least on YouTube, there's just so many things that oversaturate, and like even if people don't like your videos, like half the time they won't comment, because you know, a lot of videos are at least 20 minutes now. So it's just like, you really have to get into the thick of it to really make a criticism. And if you are, then you're a freak. But like TikTok, you just scroll and comment and go. And I feel like I'm being like flash mobbed every time. Like I see like an out of pocket comment. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with like a lot of you? But also we are on TikTok being chronically online. So honestly, yeah, that checks out. But yeah, that is just my little rant of the day. But I went semi-viral because of a comment I made. There was a flood in Vietnam, like I want to say a month ago, and this man got really creative and used 2 of the, like, you know, like when you're Asian, there's like those party stools that are plastic in the ugliest colors imaginable. So he strapped those 2 stools on his feet and was walking through the flood with them. And I commented, walk a mile in these Louboutins, because first of all, the stools, they were red, and he was really strutting in the water with that. First of all, I feel like that was the most unoriginal comment I've ever made in my entire life. But why did it have 7,000 and counting likes every day? My notifications are like RIP, and I'm kind of sick of it, because it's not that intelligent. It was not that witty. And I don't know. I just feel like at this point, this video is like a month old. Why are you still in the comments? Why are you in the comments? And you're liking the comments? Like, that's crazy. But yeah, I had my moment of viralness, and honestly, I love the taste of it. I say that as I say I don't like being online because of criticism, but it's just fun getting attention. Like, who wouldn't love that? Let's see what is on my telephone. My telephone. I'm in the club and I'm serving that bub, and you're not gonna reach my telephone. I say this, I feel like I say it every single episode, but I do feel like I'm going through like a manic stage, because tell me why every single week I have like a house project that I want to tackle, and I do like almost half-assed, because my ADHD brain kind of just stops me in my tracks, and then I forget that I have a big project to do. So my kitchen window has windowsills that I feel like haven't been cleaned since 1999. And when I cleaned it, it was disgusting. I have never smelt those smells in my life. And so many dead bugs. There are so many dead bugs in the windowsills, and it's fucking disgusting. I should have known better, because the first windowsill I cleaned was in my bedroom, and it's the same dimension, same everything. So there was a lot of gunk in there. Why was the kitchen one worse? The kitchen one was so bad, but there is one panel that I haven't done yet, and it's just been there for like maybe a month now, and I really need to get to it, because if I don't, then I never will. And then on top of that, I took out the, like the standard, what are they called? Sliding doors, like the curtains that are really plastic and they make a lot of noise and they're fucking ugly. Anyways, I had those on my windows, and so I took them down and replaced it with like real cute curtains. But the one curtain I bought didn't fit, so I had to buy a second one, and I have yet to install the second one. So now just half of my windows exposed. I mean, it doesn't make that big of a difference. Like, it's not that much of an eyesore, but I hate looking at it. And of course, it's on the window panel that I have yet to clean the windowsill of. So that is a 2-for-1 project that I must do, or else I'll lose it. And then I had like the big idea to reline my pantry. My pantry is not huge, but it's long. And it's just gross to do, because like there's residue, like once you take the wallpaper out, there's like residue that's so gross. And like, honestly, this house is so old and so nasty, and I feel like no one's ever cleaned this house properly before. And so it's just, there are smells that I don't want to smell ever again. But so it's like a 4 shelf, and I only did 2. So I have 2 more to do, and I really don't want to do it. And I'm scared that there's going to be spiders in there for some reason, because the ceiling is really high, and I just don't want to do it. I just have to like gather the willpower and the mania to do this. So I am literally so boring. I'm talking about house projects. Like, this is what my life has come down to. Like, no one's allowed at my house, so why am I doing all this? Hedonistic pleasures. But yeah, those are my 2 big projects right now. And my world tour is coming up, and I have yet to get ready for it. There's just so much to do, so little time. The next day I know it's gonna be Christmas. I already started Christmas shopping. Like, I am a busy lady, and my mind just won't stop. The only thing that's stopping me is that I just don't have money. Like, if I had a lot more money, a lot of these things can be done, because I can hire people to do things. I can buy things. There's just so much I can do to do if I had the funds. But I mean, isn't that everybody? But yeah, world tour is coming up, and I low-key have merch already, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, life is just moving so fast. Like, I know the second Halloween is over, this year is gonna go by in a flash, and I'm really hoping and praying that 2025 is much kinder to me, because I have been humbled. I say it every episode. I've been humbled so much this year. I need a win. I need something. I need to keep on going. I need something to keep me going, because if I am not bombarded by this untimely death, I'm at a point where I'm okay with being alive. I just need to find ways to make the hurt less, and even then, that's kind of hard. So it's just like, I need less things that will keep me from tipping over the edge, to speak. Yeah. Am I getting sick? I feel like my nose is like dripping. It's disgusting. So I was tasked with reviewing the Brat remix album. In my notes, I called it Brat, not Brat, but Brat. Where are my notes? I don't have much to say about the album other than the fact that like I like it and there are some doozies, but I also had like some other notes. I don't think they're that important. I guess I can read off my notes because see, I was serious about this task that I was given to do. So obviously the remixes are different, but the collabs added new sound. But duh, she said it's different, but still Brat. So hello, like context clues. Definitely learn how to read, guys. So despite the ranking that I'm gonna give, I will say I do enjoy the songs. I think Charlie does really well when she collabs with other artists. And that's just the beauty of collabs. But yeah, I honestly do think she thrives when she does things with other people because I think she tries to incorporate her own sound with the artists that she's working with. So, and in the end, it sounds so great and it's a piece of art. Honestly, it felt like a third album, if you don't include the one where she added the 3 songs, you know. But I'm really loving what she's doing and I'm really glad that she's getting her commercial success. I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw somewhere that Crash, the last album that she put out, was supposed to be her last attempt at commercial success, and she didn't do that well because I am so making this up, but I think it was to the extent that Crash really wasn't really her sound and that Brat is more her vibe. I feel like I'm hallucinating because I had been listening to this album on repeat all day long, but there was like a song that really referenced the How I'm Feeling album, which was her quarantine album, and it made me like low-key really emotional, or like I feel like I'm just imagining it. But if you know what I'm talking about, if you can clock it, let me know, because I'm going insane. Like I feel like I'm imagining things and I'm making things up. I feel like I'm also another collab to this album because of my imagination. But yeah. So here are my thoughts before I give my rankings. Club Classic remix was a little bit of a letdown. I think I really just liked the original so much that the remix just felt like a little bit disappointing. Sympathy is a Knife was unexpectedly good. Like I'm low-key like not on the hate train, but I'm just indifferent to Ariana Grande now because she definitely changed within the year or so, and I just feel like this is not the I just feel like it's not the Ariana that I know, and change is good, change is vital, but you know, it just felt a little instant. It just felt like a switch up, honestly, but yeah, but it was really good. I liked Ari's verse, and the whole song just, it was good. Okay, I really like it. And like the obvious like collabs that she did, like Talk and Guess, and the one with Addison Rae, those were automatically really good. Actually, I take that back. I don't like Guess that much. It's okay. Not my favorite, but it's okay. But obviously those were like easy to listen to and really good. Honestly, Talk was slay because you got Charlie, you got Troy, you got Dua. That is my dream blunt rotation or orgy rotation. You know, like those are the 3 most beautiful people ever. Like you can even throw Addison in there too. I'd love to see Miss Addison Rae. But yeah, that was so good. And like Dua Lipa just has like a really sexy voice. Like I love her raspy little you know, like so yeah. Von Dutch remix, always good. Honestly, the Addison Rae scream, like there's just like a female rage that's like undertoned in there, and I love it. It's good. So obviously that's good. I feel like people have really like mixed feelings about Addison Rae. Like I hear like a lot of people felt like she wasn't so deserving to be on the remix, or like she shouldn't even have like the popularity that she gets now. And I think that's a wrong opinion. I think she's one of those that you really have to like get accustomed to, because I see it. I see the star in her. I see it. Maybe she has to refine it a little bit, but I definitely see the star power in her, and you just got to give her time. Like she's marinating. So give her time. Okay. Oh, and Tinashe on the back to back. Oh my God. I feel like Tinashe does not get enough flowers for being like the slay queen that she is. Like, she's been in this industry for so long. She has so many hits, so many bangers, but she's not the star that like Taylor Swift, or like, who's another big one? Why am I only thinking about Taylor Swift? Or Beyonce, but maybe let's not talk about her. But I just feel like she just puts so much energy and so much love into her music, her performance. She is on tour like all the time, but yet she has yet to get like the flowers that like Charlie gets. And I'm not comparing the two, but like, you know, I just feel like her time has been and should have been, but she's not getting it. But no, that Quantum Baby album that she put out like earlier or later this summer, it was so good. And I'm so sad. She's actually coming to my town, but I'll be on my own tour, so I can't even see my bay. So I'm kind of sad about that. But the moment you've been waiting for. I am not Anthony Fontano in any shape or capacity, and I'm not a music expert. I'm just a mere enjoyer. So here are my rankings. I'm not gonna really explain my ranking, but this is just ranking from most enjoyable to I could skip and I'll be okay. So this is 1 to 17. 365 Party Girl, Back to Back, Everything is Romantic, Sympathy is a Knife, Spring Breakers, Club Classics, Talk, Apple, Girl So Confusing, So I, Von Dutch, I Think About It All the Time, Rewind, Mean Girls, Guess, I Might Say Something Stupid, and 360. That is my ranking. That's my opinion. And I cannot wait to see Charlie this Sunday with Troy and Shy Girl. It's going to be so fun. I really hope so. This might be my last concert of the year. So let's go out with a bang. Yeah. So I think with that, not with that. So talking about music, I'm going to predict my Spotify Wrapped, and I feel like Spotify has definitely been kind of whack lately. Like I feel like their algorithm is just kind of lame. Like they definitely push out more of like the mainstream people and like the top charting hits. Like honestly, if I hear Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan one more time, I might literally slit my throat. Like, it is a good song. It is a good song. But there are so many other songs on my shuffle. And I know you can clear the cache. But it's like, damn, bitch. And if I hear that Sabrina Carpenter Espresso song one more time, I think I will actually kill myself. I will get that rope. I will hang from my ceiling, bitch. Like, don't fucking play that song. I can't stand it. But, what was I saying? But yeah, the algorithm has been so bad. The shuffle's been bad. And yes, those are songs I listen to, but it's like, come on, like I got other things on that playlist. Like, let's go. But I will predict it now, and I will say it will have all of the pop girls on there. There's gonna be Addison Rae, there's gonna be Charlie, there's gonna be Chappell Roan, there will be Sabrina Carpenter on there. I know that very much. Girl, because the first time Espresso came out, I put that on a loop. Like, they knew what they were doing. The mind games, the government, you know, that frequency, they will be on that. I will have probably the most basic Spotify Wrapped, but also I feel like my Spotify Wrapped is going to be kind of like random too, because I also listen to Clairo, I listen to a lot of Travis Scott, I listen to a lot of Don Toliver, I listen to a lot of Yeet. Like, it's weird and random, so I will expect them on there too. I have been playing what's his album, Psycho, something Psycho. That is probably gonna be one of the albums on my Wrapped. I guess I could look at my phone right now and see, but my music taste is honestly really strange because lately I've been listening to Neil Young. Like, I don't know if I mentioned that last week, but I have been listening to Neil Young a lot. Let's see. I've been listening to Olivia Dean a lot too, but I don't know if she's gonna make it onto my Wrapped. Let's see. Oh, I listen to Metro Boomin a lot. Like, he makes a lot of music actually. Oh my gosh, I'm burping so much. Like, this is so not ladylike. But yes, as far as songs go, I don't know. I know there was a feature on Spotify that let you know like what you've been listening to, like, a lot, but I can't seem to find it right now, unless I am imagining things again, because I guess that is something I do now. But yes, so for sure, all the pop girly trifecta with Don Toliver. Like, that's it. You know, like the girl to gay guy ratio, that's how my Spotify Wrapped is gonna be, except Don Toliver isn't gay, but like just the vibes. You know, he's also a girly pop sometimes too. I see him with his Go-Yard bags. Okay, my camera is dying, and so I'm gonna have to speed round my segments. So we'll see how far I can go with this. So my sexy of the week is this girl named Isis Hong. She's like supposedly like this really rich girl, but she's kind of like manic high key. She's always talking about like random ass people and like how they owe her money or like how they took advantage of her because she's rich, and like she's just like always screaming. Like, she reminds me of like an Asian HRH, and like I don't even know if she's actually rich or not, but she's always talking about being at the Ritz. So, you know, I don't know, but she's like really funny. Although I just found out that she's maybe like bipolar and like honestly truly going through like a manic stage. Like, you can kind of see the crazy in her eyes, but I hate that I laugh at her, but she's just really like effortlessly funny. But I'm gonna give it to her because she's actually a really pretty girl, and the prettiest girls go through the biggest battles. God gives the prettiest girls the biggest battles. Yes, so that is my sexy of the week, Isis Hong. I hope she's doing okay. Her TikToks have been really concerning, honestly, so Godspeed, bless. My top 3 is a baby Owala. I found a baby Owala at Target last week on clearance because, according to my sister, the lid is not the correct lid, but the combo is so cute. It's like a periwinkle baby Owala, and it has like a yellow lid with like pink and orange details, and it's the cutest thing ever. Honestly, it is not enough water for me, but I just think it's so adorable, and I love that it's small enough that I can put it in my bag and I won't feel the weight of it. Definitely not the most efficient way to get my water in, but that is that on that, and it's so cute. My second one is babies on TikTok being goofy. Like, I don't want children whatsoever, but I just love seeing these helpless little babies just being stupid, like with their tongue out. They will not survive the apocalypse. They are so helpless, but they are so cute. And I saw a video of Emily Mariko's baby just sleeping on her, like, what is this, chest? And I'm like, when I grow up, when I die unexpectedly, I want to reincarnate into Emily Mariko's baby. Like, he is so cute, and he's just so dumb looking, and I just love it. And I love dumb babies. All babies are dumb. They have not learned anything yet, and that's just how they are. But I just love like videos of babies, and like I still feel a little icky when I see babies on my TikTok, because it's just like, why are you posting your kid on the internet? Like, yeah, they're funny, but like there has to be like some ground for privacy and people being fucking weird on the internet. But I digress. When the videos of dumbass babies pop up, I will watch. They're so cute. Who's having a baby? Can I hold your baby, please? And my third but not least, Man Trip by Jenny. That is such a good song. I love the music video. I love her. She is a Gorgiana Grande girl. That song really pumps me up. makes me feel better about myself because I am constantly down in the dumps. And if I need an ego boost, I will blast that. I'll blast that pretty girl mantra. Exactly. Yeah, my camera is so dead right now. Okay, well, I have been talking so fast. It is as if I'm going through mania as well. I'm not. I'm just super hungry. My camera's dying and it's really freaking me out. Anyways, stay sexy, slay your day. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.